Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be making some old school candy yams, honey. Yes, the real country way, the Wakanda yams. Did this video a while ago, but I don't think I put it on my YouTube channel. It was only on Instagram. So the holidays are approaching, honey. So everybody need to know how to approach this amazing southern recipe the real way, okay? Now the first thing we're going to do is get our sweet potatoes. I'm using large sweet potatoes because I like to use a nice fat sweet potato, okay? So make sure you get you some good sweet potatoes, child. Make it stop to it. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a paring knife. Be very, very careful, y'all, when you are peeling sweet potatoes because they can be tough to peel. If you want to use a potato peeler, it's fine. That's the safest way. If you want to be an OG like me, go ahead and just peel them with your hand. So you want to just take the peel off. Take your time and do it because it'll be a little rough, honey, trying to get that peel up off there, okay? But don't hurt yourself. So I took the peel off and then I gave them a nice rinse and then I patted them dry with a paper towel, and I'm going to take my knife here. By Christine, I like her stuff over at Target. But use a good sharp knife to cut your sweet potatoes, okay? So I'm just cutting them. My grandma used to cut them real thin, y'all, but I don't know how she did that mess, honey, because I can't get them like that unless I use a mandolin, honey, and I ain't got time. So I just cut them into, like, you know, small circles or whatever. Not too thin, not too thick, but just good amount, a desired size circle. However you want to do it is totally up to you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a medium-sized pot. I'm only using 2 potatoes, but this is going to serve about 6 people. So 2 large potatoes can feed about 4 to 6 people, but I take, depending on your family, honey, if they like to eat sweet potatoes, then you need to make a little bit more, child. Okay, so I took a medium-sized pot here, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of water. That is the only thing you need. No, don't add no more water to this, y'all, because sweet potatoes make a lot of water, and that's why a lot of people can't get it right. You cannot candy anything when you have a whole lot of water. And do not bake them. You can't candy them the right way if you bake them. You got to do them on the stove, okay? So we added the 2 tablespoons of water just to prevent them from sticking at the bottom once we put the sugar in. Now, I put the sweet potatoes in there, as you saw me do, but I only put half. So put half your sweet potatoes in there, and then you're going to add your sugar, your salt, and your brown sugar, your white sugar, and your salt on top of those potatoes. We're gonna add the sugar and everything in layers because we're not going to touch them while they are cooking, okay? We're only going to touch them one time, so you're going to layer them. Put half down, then your sugar, and then your salt, because you need a little bit of salt, honey, to make it soft up, okay? Sweet potatoes ain't sweet potatoes with a little salt, baby. Then you're going to put half the other potatoes down in the pot. Then we're going to put the other half of the sugar and the salt and the vanilla and the cinnamon, all that on this half, okay, as you're going to see me do. So half and half, okay? And as you know, all the ingredients will be in the description box below, so just make sure you check that out, okay? But we got to get this right, so I'm breaking this thing down, okay? So now we're working with the other half. So now we have half the potatoes in the pot. What you gonna do, honey? You're gonna take that other half of your sugar and your brown sugar. Use brown sugar, honey, to make it soft up. Okay? You gotta have your brown sugar. And you're gonna put your sugar on top, and you're gonna put your vanilla on top, and then you're gonna put your cinnamon. Now be careful with this cinnamon, honey. Okay, because y'all be acting like y'all be out there making cinnamon roll. We ain't doing that. We're going to add a little bit of cinnamon. So I use about 1.5 tablespoons. And then I use just a pinch of nutmeg. But you know the ingredients will be in the description box, y'all. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to cut them over medium-low heat. Okay, medium-low heat. And then I'm going to put my lid on half the pot. So you want to crack your lid. This is just going to allow the potatoes to kind of steam through and still get nice and candy. Do not put the lid on top and close it, okay? It's going to be a stewed mess. People going to talk about you in the group chat. Don't do that, okay? You just want to put the lid on halfway or crack it just like I'm doing and let them boil for about 10 to 12 minutes. The bottom half is going to get nice and tender, and then the top half is going to start to cook too. What we want to do after about 10 to 12 minutes, you want to go in and take the lid off and flip the top ones only. Flip them up, honey, and just push them down up in there in the creases and the crevices of that hot lava that we got going on. Just so they can get, coated and candied too, and then they can cook on the other side. So flip them, just flip just the top part, y'all, and just let them cook for another 10 to 12 minutes. And as you can see, this is how they're going to start to look. Do not touch them. Don't you touch that pot. Okay, just let them cook and let them get nice and bubbly just like that. We ain't got a whole lot of water to do it. Nope. We got real candied sweet potatoes, baby. It's candied and sopped up. Look at that. Look at that. Getting nice and candied. So once they get tender, just like that right there, what you want to do next, you want to remove them from the heat. And what I've done now is I've taken my pot, turn the heat off, and I'm going to remove them from the heat, and I'm going to let that hot lava, that sugar lava that we got going on, I'm going to let it settle down, because now we're going to get ready to add the South's finest delicacy, okay? And you can't have sweet potatoes and they ain't going to be sopped up unless you add this right here, okay? We going to add our what? Our butter. Now that you've seen that the sugar has kind of died down, it ain't gonna pop you everywhere, honey, like you frying chicken. What you want to do now, but you see they're candied, right? Ain't got a whole lot of water, honey. Ain't got a whole lot of water in there, as I should say, okay? Then we're going to put the lid on so that we let that butter just melt and get sopped up in the creases and the crevices up in there, okay? Get your little butter river going on, okay? That's what you want. Don't put the butter in there beforehand. You're going to have a mess. People going to talk about you? Nope. Put the butter at the end and just put the lid on, and you have perfect candied yams. Now, look at that, y'all. So delicious. Thank you, Jesus. Put this on your holiday table, honey. Make it Sunday for the Sunday dinner over at my dear house. Whatever you want to do. But one thing I want you to do is like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. More recipes coming soon. Bye.